On the afternoon of the 17th of August 2017, 22-year-old Yuns Abuyakub drove a van into pedestrians on La Rambla in Barcelona, Catalonia, Spain, killing 13 people and injuring at least 130 others, one of whom died 10 days later. On the 27th of August, Abuyakub fled the attack on foot, then killed another person in order to steal the victim's car to make his escape. 9 hours after the Barcelona attack, 5 men thought to be members of the same terrorist cell drove into pedestrians in nearby Cambrils, killing 1 woman and injuring 6 others. All 5 of those attackers were shot and killed by police. The night before the Barcelona attack, an explosion occurred in a house in the Spanish town of Alcanar, destroying the building and killing 2 members of the terrorist cell, including the 40-year-old imam thought to be the mastermind. The home had more than 120 gas canisters inside, which police believe the cell was attempting to make into one large bomb, but which they accidentally detonated. The Prime Minister of Spain, Mariano Rajoy, called the attack in Barcelona a jihadist attack. A Mark news agency attributed indirect responsibility for the attack to the Islamic State of Iraq and the Levant. The attacks were the deadliest in Spain since the March 2004 Madrid train bombings and the deadliest in Barcelona since the 1987 hypercar bombing. Yuns Abuyakub, the driver of the van in the Barcelona attack, was killed by police in a town 30 miles west of Barcelona on the 21st of August at 16:56 Central Europe Summer Time. On the 17th of August 2017, Yuns Abuyakub drove a white Fiat Talento van onto the pavement of Barcelona's La Rambla, crashing into pedestrians for about 550 meters between Plaça de Catalunya and Liceu before stopping. On the Joan Miró mosaic, witnesses said the vehicle zigzagged at high speed down the street, ramming pedestrians and cyclists. The numerous impacts the van had received caused the airbag to inflate and the driver protection system to automatically shut down the electrical system of the van, causing it to halt. In the confusion, Abuyakub was able to get away. He fled on foot and made his way to the University district before hijacking a car and stabbing the driver to death. The van used in the La Rambla attack was rented in the neighboring area of Santa Perpetua de Mogoda, along with a similar van, considered to be a getaway vehicle and found by 1900 in Vic. Yuns Abuyakub's credit card was used to pay for the van rental. In a police press conference at 1900 local time, a spokesperson confirmed the terrorist nature of the event. About 2 hours after the attack on La Rambla, a white Ford Focus rammed a police barricade in Avinguda Diagonal, leaving an officer injured. The vehicle fled to a neighboring area, Sant Just Desvern, and the driver abandoned the car near the building known as Walden 7. The police found a man stabbed to death in the rear seat whom they believe was murdered by the Rambla's driver, who had escaped by hijacking the car. On the 16th of August, a day prior to the Barcelona attacks, an explosion destroyed a house in Alcanar. Abdelbaki S. Satya and another man, possibly Yusuf Allah, died in the Alcanar explosion. Police initially thought it was an accidental gas explosion, but hours later believed the explosion was caused by stockpiled explosives accidentally going off. A Moroccan man was injured in the explosion and taken to the hospital. The explosive TATP and 120 canisters of butane and propane were found inside the house. Catalan bomb squads carried out a controlled explosion at the property where the gas canisters were stored. There was speculation that the terrorists intended to take trucks loaded with explosives and combustible gas to attack the Sagrada Familia. Police said they were working under the hypothesis that the terrorists shot in Cambrils were connected to the Barcelona attack and Alcanar explosions. Police Chief Josep Luis Trapero believed terrorists were in the process of manipulating the gas canisters when they exploded, after which they decided to continue their plans by conducting more rudimentary vehicle ramming attacks. A second explosion occurred at the same location during excavation, possibly caused by a spark from a backhoe igniting a gas canister among the debris. At least 9 people were injured, with 1 police officer in critical condition. At about 21:30 on the 17th of August, Hussein Abu Yaqub, Omar Hishmi, Mohammad Hishmi, Mosa or Kabir, and said Aya was seen on a security camera at a local shop purchasing 4 knives and 1 axe at around 1 a.m. on the 18th of August in Cambrils. The 5 men drove an Audi A3 automobile into a crowd of pedestrians before it rolled over at the intersection of Pasig Miramar, Pasig Maritime and Rambla de Jomai streets. The 5 individuals inside were wearing fake suicide vests and attacked bystanders with knives. They stabbed a 63-year-old Spanish woman to death and injured 6 other people in the attack, including a Cuban tourist and a